What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Now, I use that terminology for a very specific reason. We may be your old lady's favorite YouTube channel, but we're probably not the old lady's favorite YouTube channel, especially not today. There are some things that are going on that we are not huge fans of, and we're not going to handle this with kid gloves. We're going to go a little bit hard-handed when it comes to this, and of course, we got to talk about it. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro, and today it is a Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. Of course, I've got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you hear about each and every day. Like I said, before we get into this though, I need your help. Do me a favor. Smash that like button. Help us out on the channel. You may not like what's going on with Juventus and the decisions that are being made by the management there, but you can hopefully like what the management here at the Bianconeri Zone are running things. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. I'm going to be honest. I do not like the way things are being handled right now at Juventus. I will get into it with the news of the day, but overall, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest about my opinion. This channel is a community for Juventus fans around the world that may not have a close-knit Juventus family close to them. As in I live in Louisville, Kentucky, like I said. Not a lot of Juventus fans around here. I think I met like one or two ever. And most of them were probably Ronaldo fanboys, and that's what it was. But overall, when it comes to the way Juventus handles things, we're going to be honest. My pockets are not lined with Juventus money. So I don't have an obligation to just tell you that everything's going to be okay and that these are just magnificent deals that they're doing. And these are fantastic. This is a smart move. I don't think they are smart moves. I don't think what Juventus is doing right now is good for the competitive scene for the club in the upcoming future. And I worry about the status of the club moving forward. Let's get in the news, though. That's all I'm going to say. I know a lot of people are probably frustrated. Am I a little bit more emotional than maybe I should be? Maybe. But that's what makes us fans. The term fan comes from fanatics. We pour our money, we pour our heart into this thing, and you hate to see other people muck it up. All right, let's get into it. Very first news story of the day is, of course, talking about Niccolò Fagioli. Now, I said, of course, when, of course, is you know what the news story is today. Alfredo Padula is reporting that talks between Juventus and Sampdoria for Niccolò Fagioli on loan are happening. So, Juve draws with them, and now potentially Fagioli could be open up to going to Sampdoria. Could he help a relegation side there stay in Serie A? We'll see. Follow that up, though, with another report, though, coming from Tutto Mercato Web, saying that Fagioli is open to rejoining Cremonese on loan. So two teams that could potentially be fighting in that relegation zone, given that, of course, Cremonese just came up from promotion from City B. Could he help them stay there? Or not stay there, help them stay in City A and not go back? We'll see. He seems open to it. I'm going to try to avoid this video getting too long and me ranting about, the performance on the field, the players that are getting utilized, the players that are not getting utilized, the young talent. It's just the talent. Maybe it's better for Niccolò Fagioli, Rovella, Milik, whoever, to get out of there and go play somewhere else. Because as you can see by Max Allegri, he's going to be mismanaged and mishandled, and he's not going to get the playing time he deserves. He'd rather give his playing time to players that do not deserve it, that have proven game in and game out to not have their hearts in it, to not have their heads in the game. We'll see. All right, let's continue on, though. Next up, we talk about another midfielder that could be departing from the club. We have an update from Daniele Longo as well as Ilario Di Giovanni, whatever. I don't know his name. I think this guy covers Rome, so I don't really care. Anyway, their reports are basically confirming the same thing. Roma are going all in for Zaccaria. Roma have officially requested Zaccaria from Juventus. He is the man chosen by Mourinho for this moment of emergency in the midfield. Chance of conclusion of the deal is at 99%. We talked about this on the channel. It was a little bit surprising for me personally, the idea that Zaccaria could really just come in the January, Mercado and then be gone by the July, I guess August now. The move kind of makes sense, though, because I've even commented, if you've watched Zaccaria since he's come back from his injuries that he sustained during the second half of last season, your boy hadn't looked the best. Your boy did not look in the best shape, and I don't know that he's come back at all. He's looked lost. it looks like a deer in headlights half the time. Fainting giraffe. I've heard that analogy be used as well. But anyway, so maybe it's not a bad move to go in there, try to make some money off of this, while also, obviously, we need to open up some space in that midfield, especially if some moves are going to be made to Max Allegri's liking, whether that be good or bad for the club moving forward. So it looks like Zakaria could go. I know the line, and of course, me being me, you expect it. You expect me to say something along the lines here. It's Roma. Rumored earlier this Mercado about Juventus being interested in Nicolo Zaniolo. And the idea that was thrown out there earlier about Zakaria being used in a deal for a swap deal to try to cut some of the costs down on that. I'm not even going to entertain it. I don't think it's going to happen. He's injured right now, but he's not that serious of an injury. Everybody likes to come at Nicolo Zaniolo. I think it was something along like a few weeks, but it's more of a shoulder thing. So not the legs that everybody's been expecting him to be injured by. I think that's what I heard. I'm not following too closely. It's a Roma thing. That's a Roma problem. Until Zaniolo comes, it actually is a real topic to be coming to Juventus or to even be, associated with a move to Juventus seriously again, then I'll talk about it, right? All right. Let's move forward, though. That's how it stands right now. What are these moves being done for? Well, it's being done to potentially bring in Max Allegri's guy. You know who we're talking about. That's Paredes. Sky Sports reporting that Juventus now are moving for Paredes on a loan deal plus an obligation to buy. And that's the most Juventus thing to do, right? Obviously, they're going to get a loan with an obligation, not an option. No matter what, Juventus is going to be stuck with an obligation, not an option to buy. And so if he ends up being dead wood like I suspect him to be, maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I am incorrect. I would love to be incorrect in this circumstance. And hopefully he is a fantastic regista for the club moving forward. But if once again we're stuck with another midfielder that is dead weight, it is what it is. Max Allegri on the sinking ship, and Juve do not seem to be inclined to really help get this thing back afloat. Especially after the match against Sampdoria. Everybody is okay with mediocrity, right? Is that where we're at? That's where we're at. All right, let's continue on. Here's the main story of the day. And the real news that's coming out here, one thing we do know is that the agents for Arcadius or whatever, I don't care. I usually do the fake vomit thing whenever I have to read his name. But now he's actually going to be a part of the club. So Milik, let's talk about him. His agent was in Turin today to discuss with Juventus to potentially try to close the deal for him to move to the club. First up, Romeo Guidetti and Di Marzio are basically confirming all signs pointing the deal is going to get done here within the next few hours. Juventus full speed ahead for Milik, says Romeo Guidetti. Agents expected in Turin, moving towards white smoke. And then Di Marzio following that up, saying Milik, Juventus positive meeting today in Turin, steps forward, deal set to be done from Marseille. I think it cut off for some reason. So, you have, for all intents and purposes, basically a here we go for Milik coming to Juventus. That is the guy that Juve are going after, and that's the guy that Juve are going to land. Final details or suspected details, let's say that. Nico Schietta reporting, saying that Eric Milik to Juventus from Olympique Marseille, whatever, on loan, 2 million euros. That's how I feel today. I'm sorry, guys. That's the way I feel about the news that's coming out for Juventus. It's literally, it's taking the wind out of me. When it comes to, you talk about coming to the channel, who's the guy usually has the most energy and the most excitement? It's your guy. It's your guy right here. And today, it's just literally the club and the management is just sucking it right out of me. Save that for the mixtape, right? Anyway, on loan, 2 million euros with option to buy at 8 million euros is at the final stage. Contract until 2026, 1+3, with a salary of 3.5 million euros plus bonuses. Deal completed by the intermediary. And get this part. Get this last bit. Napoli will have 20% on the sale. So not only are Juventus proving to be toothless, not only are Juventus proven to be just having no drive, no ambition as a club. Not only that, they're helping a rival, a potential Scudetto winning rival. Right now, if you look at Napoli, they look like the best damn club out there in Serie A, if you ask me. And they make moves, and they made ballsy moves. You know who they went and got? They got Raspadori. You know why? Because they're not scared. They're not also trying to just cut wages and cut costs. I understand trying to not literally, bleed your banks dry. But at the same time, you got to spend money to make money. What does Riva Bene say? No money, no honey. Well, guess what? Juventus is not spending money, and Juventus ain't getting no honey. And that's what we're sitting with it right now. We're sitting in the muck of the Juventus management. And that's what we get. That's what we get, I guess. So Napoli are going to get a nice little, they're going to get a chunk of change. Not to say that it's going to be program changing, not to say that's going to whatever, but it's money flowing to Napoli because of Juventus. For a player that Napoli didn't think was good enough, a player that Napoli didn't care about trying to re-sign, a player that was also injury prone while he was at Napoli. And if you talk to Marseille fans, those people out there, if you've seen them on Twitter, and I know Twitter is a cesspool as well, they are acting like Juve were about Rabiot when he was looking to leave and go to Manchester United. They are praising it. They're saying, thank you so much for getting this player out of our club. He's not that good. And I love that there's people that are going to go try to sell Milik to say, oh, he had this many goals. Yeah, he's playing in a crap league. Yeah, okay, but what tells you that he's going to be scoring these goals at Juventus? You know who else was scoring buku goals, buku bucks, right? Buku goals at Fiorentina? Little guy named Vlahovic. How's he doing right now? And you know why? It's not because he's a terrible player, though. Okay, I understand those two things. I am hurting myself a little bit with this argument, but my point is why would I expect Milik to be able to come in and score goals when Vlahovic is struggling to score goals right now? Why do I think that? Also, if you want to look at it, like, look at this Mercado. Like I said, I know I talk about it every single video I do. At this point, look at this Mercado and look what Juventus have and look what they had at the end of last season. It's going to be a hard sell for you to tell me that this Mercado was good and that Juventus has a better roster build up after this season or after this summer Mercado is done. Try to tell me and try to sell me, especially if you watch and go see what Alvaro Morata is doing right now, the way he's performing, and to tell me that Juventus is doing better by getting Milik instead of investing in what they could have done with Artur, get out of here. Artur, do me a favor, leave. Get out of here. I don't want to say your name ever again. Alvaro Morata. Juventus would be in a better position with Morata. But again, this shouldn't surprise you if you're a Juventus fan. They do not care about winning anymore. The Scudetto will say this. The Scudetto winning club that you knew for 9 seasons straight, the history there, it's not important right now. They do not care. The management, the people who control the bank, they do not care. It's not about winning. It's never been about winning. It's been about making money. And Agnelli's proving the point right now. Unless something changes at the end of this Mercado and Juventus land some big signing that's going to, blow my pants off, hopefully not on camera, this is how I'm going to feel about it. They also told you at the end of last year when they decided to sign Mattia De Sciglio for multiple seasons. At first, I let it go and I said, okay, that makes sense. He's fine. He's okay. He's doing all right under Max Allegri. And you know what he's also doing? He's cheap. He's doing all right. And I thought that was because money was going to be allocated for other aspects that needed to be covered right now. For other players. Doesn't have to be I know what you guys are going to think. There is a Zaniolo fan base out there. Doesn't need to be Zaniolo. Doesn't have to be Raspadori even. Could be Raspadori. I would have liked that. That would have been nice. Other players out there in the midfield. Other players in the defense. If you see a left back situation. A real left back situation. A good left back to bring in. Another center back even. You lost Chiellini and Milik. There's a lot of aspects right now that could be boosted at Juve. But instead, they don't want to spend the money. They're not willing to spend the bucks. Maybe they are destitute at this point. Maybe Juventus is a destitute club. Maybe what we've seen the last 2 seasons is what the club is now. Happy with top 4. Happy with making 4th place. Content with being the 4th best. And probably, if you're looking at competition-wise, just sneaking in there. Maybe fraudulently being in that top 4. I picked them to finish 5th. I don't feel like I was that wrong or off basis now, especially with the way these Mercado deals are being done. This is my rant. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, when it comes to this right now, I think it's just dumb moves being made, especially with the other names that are listed out there. You're going to tell me also Memphis Depay for the numbers. And yes, maybe it is crappy that he is asking for more money, but if you're going to lay out how many years are you going to commit to, and then how much you're going to buy Milik from, and add all that up, is it that big of a difference from 2 seasons of, 8.5 for Memphis Depay? I'm sorry, I'd spend the money for Memphis Depay. And Memphis Depay isn't even like my top guy that I wanted, but I'd be more than happy to have him. Instead, you're getting the worst of the worst. To me, I think an absolute waste of money and a player that's not good enough for the club. but that's the standard of the club. They don't care. How does that sit with you? Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree or disagree with my thoughts. Are you happy about Milik coming? Let me know if you differentiate from me. I don't know. I'm down on the season already, and we're 2 matches in. 3 points, 2 matches, or 4 points, I guess. 4 points, 2 matches in, and Juventus are going to have to probably try to scrap their way through another one just to make top 4. Maybe that's good enough for you. I don't know. Maybe that's what your fanhood's about. Maybe it's not about actually winning. Maybe it's not about pride or any of that. Maybe it's just about, I like, they're trying hard. I hope they have fun. I sure hope they have fun, guys. Anyway, let me know your thoughts again, like I said, in the comment section and below. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for all of our latest videos. You can follow me at JustinSofro on Twitter. You can tweet at me and yell and moan and complain about my opinions and about how bad they are on Twitter as well. And of course, you can follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Say hello to your old lady for me.